Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video.
Can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust.
That's the track that we're going to be working on here today. I'm going to be talking about how to achieve a certain smoothness in your mix. Shout out to one of my subscribers that asked, yo, can you talk more about high frequency limiters? This is a very important concept, a gem that a lot of people don't understand in regards to tape too. This is originally comes from tape. So if y'all like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Double check to make sure you subscribe to the page so you can keep getting these gems, okay? And the links down below. Go ahead and grab a mastering preset, a plugin preset, a course, book a mix, do whatever the hell you want. But we giving out these gems for free, and we would like to continue to do that, all right? So let's see. The very first concept that you have to understand is high frequency limiting. So specifically, I'm gonna pull out the OZONE vintage tape because that's one of my favorite tape plugins right now. And always remember, when you use tape, there's a rounding off of the high end. So 7.5 has the worst high end frequency response. It will kind of give you like a lo-fi sound. This is really good when you want to use it on ad libs.
Can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it.
If you had like a super harsh vocal, you could also maybe use a 7.5, but you know, usually the best ones to use for a vocal is 15 and 30. So 15 is the most neutral.
Can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard.
And 30 is the brightest one. And these all tape different tape speeds, they affect the high end.
Can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it.
And always remember, when you're using a tape plugin, you have over bias, which will make it smoother, and you have under bias. So those are ways that you can use the actual tape plugin to sculpt a sound, to sculpt a certain type of high end for your songs. Now, every time that let me pull up a fucking EQ. Every time the tape is going through it, right? Especially when you start to drive the tape, there's a limitation that's happening, which is the high frequency limiter, pretty much. You know, this is a natural thing. It's a natural thing. But when you use the actual high frequency limiter, you have the ability to control it. You know, specifically, like every time it goes over that threshold, the tape saturation will naturally round off the top end. So this could really be visualized when you look at a plugin like C4 specifically, all right? So you can visualize it when you see C4, a high frequency limiter preset.
Can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. If I deserve your trust, I'm hoping you slip in moments I can't react, cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back. In these four walls, I get reminded of what we had. Is there reception, or are you not?
So this is really good when you want to put it maybe towards the end of your vocal chain, and maybe some of those words after you're done your boosting EQ are just kind of still poking out. They poking like Pinocchio's nose. So that's where you would use something like this. And usually on the high end, you would go fast attack and fast release. If you really want to just be able to have your high end sound solid, you want it to sound solid. You feel me? Sometimes you want a high end that has wings, like a butterfly that's flapping all over the place, or like a lizard on the ground that's just like flapping all over the place with his tail, right? So that's the release time, is the tail pretty much of the high end, all right? In a situation like this song, I would use a really slower attack and a fast release, just so that certain words that are overshooting with high end can be controlled and almost de-essed, you know?
Got me watching how I'm treating you. It all sounds like what we've been on the front page in the Escalade on my job day. It just won't be the same. They make way more than I do, and all they keep singing
So one of the better high frequency limiters too, right? So you understand the concept of now you can actually see what it looks like. One of the best high frequency limiters of all time is going to be the Fatso de-esser. Okay, so this has the warm circuit, which the warm circuit starts working at. It starts working at around like 5K. Because usually that's where the harshness starts, and this one just sounds supernatural because it's also soft saturating the top end.
Got me watching how I'm treating you. It all sounds like what we've been through. On the front page in the Escalade on my job day. It just won't be the same. They make way more than I do, and all they keep singing about is just you. Only difference is the stage. Still on the same page. You show me how to dodge what I'm going through. All this hope, girl, I can't give this up. Knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you still breathe.
So you see how this is kind of nibbling off the top end. It's not taking a whole bite into it like a de-esser would necessarily. Even though they are kind of doing the same thing like a de-esser, it's changing the wave shape of the top end. All right, so that's why one of those things is like fucking important for you to know too, to get smooth ass vocals and a smooth mix in general. So another plugin that's really dope too that a lot of people be sleeping on is TDR Limiter 6, right? And when I use this plugin, I might just turn everything off and I use the high frequency limiter to smoothen off my vocal, or even maybe the background vocals too.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you still breathing. Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you still breathing. Baby, it's just and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move. Girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing.
So I can retain the presence of the vocal by just moving my frequency, my corner frequency upwards. You see how all the other plugins might have not let me really do that, but now I can specifically solo, so I can hear like, okay, I can hear what part I'm actually like de-essing. It's really like a form of de-essing, but not really though. It's kind of like you're just putting a stopgap on the high end. This is how you get super bright vocals that sound crispy but don't rip your fucking ear off. Okay. So it is doing a little bit of limitation on the high end, right? And it has more fidelity than a de-esser. So I hear it, okay, 9K is kind of where it gets nasty. Now I'm only tapping it about 1 dB, and it's giving it a good bit of smoothness. This also works really good on background vocals, or maybe even on a whole mix. If you want to throw this bitch on the whole entire mix, you could like de-harsh your mix like that too. So let's take it up there and see what we're gonna get.
Girl, I can't give this up, knowing girl, I can't give this up, knowing all that I was. Don't diss like they see it. Just talk how you really mean it, and move if you're still breathing. Move, baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. Baby, it's just hard, and only you can judge if I deserve your trust. I'm hoping you slip in moments I can't react, cause you're broken. I know there's reasons you won't come back in these 4 walls.
On your actual like mix bus, I probably would just use that bit like, you feel me, like 1 to 2 dBs. I wouldn't do it over the whole mix because you don't want to lose your whole, lose your whole entire high end. You feel me? But even then, another great plugin too to get like a high frequency limiter too is kind of like using this calm button on master plan, just ever so slightly. Using that too can go in there and do a little bit of work and really just like, tame the high end. And I enjoy using that one a lot. And the last plugin too, that you can do too, and maybe let's try on the background vocals, right? You could actually add a lot of presence to, your background vocals if you do this technique. You get a high frequency limiter, and then you sidechain your vocal. Okay, so let me see where my vocal is at. Let me try to do bus 12. Okay, I'm gonna try to do bus 12. All right. So bus 12, right? So bus 12, I'm sidechaining it. This shit is triggering from that, right? And this is on all of my background vocals, like right here.
And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. You got me watching how I'm treating you. It all sounds like what we've been on the front page in the Escalade on my job day. All is all for you, for you. All is for you. All is for you. For love. All is for you. All is for you. Baby, it's just love. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust. And only you can judge if I deserve your trust.
So it's kind of like, imagine if you had a part of a mix where your background vocals was bright and your lead vocal was bright, and this shit was kind of getting overwhelming. You could just sidechain a high frequency limiter from the lead vocal to the background vocals and shelf that bit. So, it's just gonna make everything blend in a little bit better, but it's also gonna give it some dynamic movement, because that release time is gonna be kind of like, it's gonna give the background vocals some pumping and breathing. In relationships to the vocals, so you could create new textures and new rhythms between different sections of the vocal, like the ad libs and the lead vocal, to get like crazy bounce, crazy movement on your shit. Get it to sound more like a vocal, not just over a 2-track beat. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to double check the member if you are subscribed to the channel, so we could keep giving you these gems. And I will see you next time, my YouTube gang. Peace.